Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Well, I'm at it again and I'm trying a fold that I've never done before, so I'm going to do a double fan fold with a spiral. So I like to do a double fan fold where I fold one shoulder down to the opposite hem and kind of do a diagonal double fan fold. And I love that design, I love the way it turns out. But last year I tried doing the same design but tying the fan folds separately, and I really like the way that one looks. So I'm going to do that again. So to do that, I'm going to use a washable marker, and then I've wrapped a piece of old sinew around the end, and I'm using that to draw an arc on the hem of the shirt. And I'm only going to do this on one corner. Okay, so now I'm going to rotate the shirt. And I'm going to do the same exact thing, but this time I'm going to put it on the shoulder seam of the shirt. I'm placing my piece of sinew right on that shoulder seam, so that's kind of the center point of my fan fold. By the way, if you're wondering, this is a Bella Canvas heirloom jersey shirt that is a V-neck. So it's a softer, thinner fabric than like the Gildan Ultra Cotton shirts. It does have side seams though, so if you've watched several of my videos, you know I kind of have a love-hate relationship with the side seams. Means sometimes they're great and other times they can twist. This design is going to be one, even if the side seams twist a little bit, it's not going to show up or be a problem on this shirt. That's something to keep in mind with the shirts that do have side seams, is sometimes if they twist, depending upon the design, this twisted seams can show really bad. So I drew one line on my shirt, but my purple marker isn't working super great, so I can't see it very well and I'm not happy with it. So I'm using a different color marker and gonna try it again. By the way, the washable markers that I use are a Crayola brand. They're the ultra washable markers and they work great. I've never had any kind of an issue with the marker not washing out of the shirt. Okay, so now I'm gonna start fan folding the lines that I drew on the shirt. I have sinew laid out beside me, but I'm not going to use that on this shirt. I'm going to go ahead and tie up the fan folds with some kite string. Kite string will allow the dye to move without leaving a definition line on the shirt like sinew will. Because of the wax coating on sinew, it is going to hinder the dye movement just a little bit, and if I tie it really tightly, it's not going to allow the dye under certain areas wherever I tie a line with the sinew. I don't really want that on this shirt, so I'm going to use kite string instead. It'll hold my folds tight, but not super tight where the dye can't move. I'm going to continue the fan folds going out toward the shoulder of the shirt and tie those with kite string as well. Then I'm going to continue the fan folds a little bit further down the shirt from the initial line that I drew and fan folded. You can continue them as far down the shirt as you'd like to. It's just a personal preference thing. Okay, so I'm going to rotate the shirt and I'm going to do the same exact thing on the other end or on the corner of the hem where I drew my other line. Okay, so here's where I decided to try something a little bit different. I have all the extra fabric in the middle, and in the past I've just kind of scrunched that fabric and allowed the colors that I place on either end to meet in the middle. But what I decided to do this time is I'm going to fold the sleeve of the shirt over to the other flap of fabric left, and I'm going to spiral that area. I'm using my locking tweezers and attaching it to that area, and then I'm going to spiral this portion. I'm going to use some rubber bands to hold these folds in place. It's not a huge area to spiral, but it will give a little bit of design right in this middle portion of the shirt. I went ahead and put the shirt aside while I worked on some other projects, and it completely dried out before I went ahead and applied the dye. This design does not have to be completely dry because it's not a super thick design, but I just like to let you guys know the condition of the shirt when I begin to apply the dye. Okay, so I'm gonna ice dye the shirt, and I've placed the shirt on one of the long metal racks that I have over the top of a plastic tub or tote. Then to make myself an ice barrier, I'm gonna use my silicone cake molds, which I'm gonna attach together, place around the shirt, then hold them up close to the shirt by attaching some wooden clothespins to my metal rack. By the way, I have links below in the description for this video for the silicone cake molds and lots of the other items that I'm going to use during the video. I'm going to spray a little bit of soda ash solution over the top of the shirt since it is completely dry. That will help the dye to stick a little bit better. Okay, so when you're looking at the shirt right now, the shoulder fan fold that I did is the one that is over on the right hand side where I'm applying the dye. And for that portion of the shirt, I'm going to alternate between using blue Pervinca and ice dyed blue from Dye Spin. I'm going to place the dye in stripes, and I'm going to leave some white space in between each dye stripe because I want to allow the dye some space to move. I didn't do great spacing when I applied my dye. I kind of have one area that's a little bit bigger than the other, but it's going to be okay because the dye is going to move and fill in those spaces. I'm also not going to place the dye down into the spiral portion of the shirt. So the hem part is down on the other end or over on the left hand side of the screen. And for that portion of the shirt, I'm going to use Plum and Plum Blossom from Dharma Trading Company. And I'm going to apply the dye the same way. For the spiral portion, I am using some colors that have great color splits, and I think are going to kind of pull both of the color palettes that I've chosen together. So I'm using Mystic Blue and Strawberry Skies from Happy Cat Tie-Dye. I'm applying the Mystic Blue to the side where I added the blue Pervinca and the ice dye blue, and I'm applying the dye on half of the spiral portion, kind of at an angle. I'm not going too far down into the fan folded area though. Here again, I want to leave a little bit of white there to let these colors flow into the blue and the blue flow into this color. I'm doing the same thing with the Strawberry Skies on the other side. By the way, if you haven't ever tried either one of these Happy Cat tie-dye colors, they are great color splitters. They have all kinds of really pretty colors in them. I have a link down below where I list all of the colors that I used on the shirt. So if you're interested in the Happy Cat tie-dye colors, I have a link to her website. Now I'm going to add some additional soda ash over the top of the dye and add on some ice. After placing the ice on the shirt, I put the shirt aside and allowed the ice to melt. After the first layer of ice was almost totally melted, I noticed I still had some undissolved dye left on top, so I added another layer of ice. After the second layer of ice melted, I went ahead and added a third layer of ice and allowed it to melt as well. After the third layer of ice melted, I went ahead and placed my container outside where it was about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. I allowed the shirt to process outside for about, I would say 12 hours before I began rinsing it. To rinse my shirt, I took it to my utility sink And as you can see, I got pretty good color saturation, but it looks like I have just a little bit of white left on one portion of the shirt. I started rinsing the shirt in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. Then I untied the shirt and warmed the water up to hot and continued rinsing in hot water to rinse out the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. Instead of continuing to rinse for a long time, I went ahead and ran some really hot water in my utility sink, added a little bit of Blue Dawn dish detergent to the water, and allowed the shirt to soak. When the water cooled off, I changed it out and I continued that soaking process until my water was remaining almost clear. Then I put the shirt along with some Dharma's professional textile detergent into my washing machine and I washed it using a hot water cycle. So now that the shirt has been washed and dried, let's see what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? So this shirt has a lot of color on it. I have a lot of cool color splits that came out of all these colors. And I think the design is kind of interesting. Okay, so to begin with, the blue Provinca and the ice dyed blue have some cool kind of purple and blue color splits that came out of those. Those colors are more in like the periwinkle blue color family. And then the plum and the plum blossom have got some purple and really hot pink, varying shades of pink and fuchsia colors. Lots of really pretty colors. I like the couple of almost dotted lines that are going down through there too that are a really hot pink. I think that's kind of a cool effect. For the spirals, you can see those on one sleeve of the shirt and the opposite hem of the shirt, and I think that's pretty cool. The main portion of the spiral seems to be the Mystic Blue. You can also see a line of the Mystic Blue right underneath the blue Provinca and the ice dyed blue up at the top. And then the kind of reddish and a variety of other colors portion of the shirt is the Strawberry Skies. You can see where that loops into the spiral, but it's not the predominant color. And of course, the Mystic Blue and the Strawberry Skies both have a whole bunch of color splits. So there's some green in there, some blue, purple, just a variety of colors. So I do think this shirt is very cool. When you look at it, you see the two fan folded portions, those jump out at you. And then it takes you a few minutes to try to figure out what's going on with that middle portion of the shirt before you see the blue spirals. So I do think it's an interesting shirt to look at. If I were just walking down the street and saw somebody wearing this shirt, because I tie-dye, my first thought would be, how on earth did they do that shirt? I mean, how did they get all those designs in one shirt? And so I think it's kind of fun because of that. I also think it's a fun shirt because of all the color splits in the shirt. I mean, there is a variety of colors in this shirt. That's kind of why I tried not to put a whole bunch of different colors on the shirt, because I knew all of these colors would split. So overall, I really like the shirt. I think it is pretty cool. I think it's definitely unusual. And I just think it's really pretty. But what do you guys think? Do you like this shirt? Do you like the design? Please drop me some comments down below and let me know. And if you've enjoyed watching the video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.